Hello, Mission Vista.
Hey, Mission Vista.
Hi, Mission Vista.
Timberwolves.
Hey, T-Wolves.
Here we are back with another Wellness with your counselors. Today we're hoping to send off vibes for you to stay on top of your tasks and continue to find ways of staying motivated. So let me ask a few questions. What does your time management look like during this time, Mrs. Rivera?
The norms of waking up and getting ready for school and physically leaving for school are no more. We know this time may feel like summer. However, in order to get back into a routine, once school resumes, it is important to keep a good balance between sleep, school, work, and leisure activities.
So what does your morning routine look like, Miss Kenny?
I'm an early riser. I need some time before I start my day to have some alone time, whether that be going for a walk or a run, working out, getting my body moving, or just enjoying the silence. And having that time helps me to kind of prep for the day, to know like what my mental to-do list is. And then as soon as I get to work, I write it all down because I love to be able to keep on track and knock off. I feel stoked when I get to knock off things that I've done during that day. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. I'm more of a morning person.
Miss Parley, do you have a scheduled routine?
I do. So I find it that if I don't use a calendar, I spend a lot of time just thinking of things through my head, and I'm wasting so much time thinking about them rather than actually doing them. So my saving grace is a Google Calendar. I put everything on there, whether it's a to-do item, whether I need to schedule out time to do things throughout a week, so that way I finish a task by the end of the week. But all of that stuff really helps me stay on track and helps me get stuff done prior to the deadlines that come up.
Awesome. So now in this world of new world of distance learning, how do you feel like you're surviving? If I haven't developed a routine, how can I get one started, Miss Kenny?
We really want to encourage you to do some self-reflection to figure out a time management system that works for you particularly. I'm sure your loved ones and family members and even us are telling you things that'll work, but you have to adopt a method that works for you. So we really want you to kind of, through trial and error, try different things, see if it works. And if it works, it'll benefit you for life. So figure it out. Figure it out now. That way you're prepared later.
Awesome. And Ms. Rivera, do you have any tips on how I can stay organized?
Yes, actually, here are some ideas that work for me. I try to start early. I tackle the most important tasks to start. And if possible, I try to only do one thing at a time. I find that multitasking can kind of steer me off in the wrong direction. And trying to establish a routine and try to use my breaks wisely. Then at the end of the day, I can breathe. Success for the day.
Awesome. Those are some great tips. But, lastly, but surely not least, I would like to introduce Mr. Kramer with a note for all us procrastinators.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I had to go last here. So first, you got to know that I don't always get this right, but I'm practicing and I do feel like I'm getting better. Procrastination is a perpetual challenge for me. So actually, it's because I understand how good I am at procrastinating, that I've gotten better at dealing with it. So I have two kinds of mindsets that help me through this, plus learning from examples. So first, I recognized that even though I procrastinated with things, I always found a way to get the task or project or challenge done. And being a stickler for detail and accuracy, I got things done nearly or at the level or near the level I always expected myself. So, then I thought, why am I putting myself through all this stress? Well, there's some amount of thrill to it, kind of like a fireman putting a fire out, but that's not the kind of reaction I want to have all the time. So, really, I have enough stress in my life. Why am I creating more? So now back to those two mindsets. First, I prefer to plan ahead. I like spending time considering something before acting on it. That lets me play around with the challenge, consider it from many perspectives, do some research on it, and complete it with higher confidence, which that feeds my need for accuracy. And then my second mindset, and this is a little simplistic, but it works for me. I just accept the idea that I'm as prepared as I need to be for when the situation or challenge presents itself. It's a simple, clean belief that the problem showed up exactly when I was ready for it. It's a direct and genuine way of looking at things, and that's what works for me. Mr. Shavarine.
Your
Perfect.
mic's on.
We
Oh.
want you guys to develop a realistic schedule of daily activities that include time for work, sleep, relationships, and recreation. Use a daily to-do list that improves your physical surroundings by cleaning around your house. Avoid procrastination. Rather, try breaking tasks into smaller, more manageable pieces and deciding what you want to do first. So remember, it's not all impossible, or it's impossible to do it all at once. But with that being said, what is our challenge for this week, Miss Parley?
So for this week, the challenge that we have for you is try to do something this week different and that helps you stay on track. So that could be waking up or going to bed earlier, using a calendar to log all of the stuff that you need to get done, or maybe even using the virtual learning calendar that the school provided for you to tackle your school activities, or even making time to practice mindfulness or getting at least like 30 minutes of physical activity in your day. Mr. Shavarine,
All right.
back to you.
Hey, and that's going to do it for us today. We want to remind you, me and the pups, to continue being the best version of yourself and continue to be the change. We love you guys, Timberwolves.
We love you, Timberwolves.
Yeah, love you.
Love you.
Be well. Take care.
Hang in there.
Take care.
Get
Hang in there.
organized.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Get organized. Reach out. Find what works for you. Bye.